I'm telling you, no matter how hard I try to get this calendar just to show it to you, my phone rings, my phone never rings. And I can't, I don't know how to shut it off so that phone calls don't come in. But this is Enoch's calendar. There's 30 days each month in the spring, 30 days each month in the summer. No. Okay. So, in these, day one on Enoch's calendar, if you can kind of see this, there's 30 days in this spring season and then an extra day that it shifts into the summer months, and then 30 days in the summer, three different times, and then there's a shift where it shifts, I'm sorry, where it shifts from summer to fall. And then 30, 30, 30, there's an intercalary day. It shifts to winter. Winter is darkness, and there is a Hanukkah in there, a festival of light in the darkness. But March 25th is the Gregorian calendar. Day one is the third day after the equinox. They celebrate the Lord gave Enoch the feasts. There's 12 of them. They celebrate Passover, being that they survived the darkness. They're going to celebrate Passover, first moment, first thing. And then they'll do unleavened bread and second Passover. Second Passover is beautiful. This is why the disciples had to go wait 10 days or whatever in the upper room. They were unclean. They'd been around a dead body, the Messiah. So these are all clues that he gave us, showing us his patterns. But after you've done all your planting and your planting of the crops, or maybe you plant them in the fall and then harvest them in the spring or in the summer. This is harvest time. And there's going to be a wheat harvest, an olive harvest, a grape harvest, a wood harvest. And then at the end of all your work, there's a feast of trumpets and tabernacles to thank the Lord for all that he's given us, for all that we've had. And then we have kind of rest, like nighttime. We have darkness where we can rest for 3 months, and we don't have feasts all the time. But we better be prepared for this darkness because it lasts 90 days, 91. 91, 91, 91, 91. And you just keep starting over, all over. I asked the Lord, how do people know when to celebrate? Will you turn that down, please? I asked the Lord, how do people know when to celebrate? I'm sorry, guys. This day is impossible for me. I've asked the Lord so many times, how do I celebrate? How do I celebrate the Feast of Trumpets? How do I know when it is? How do I know anything at all? I'm going outside. What I tried. Today, I've had my dog get out. What happened? This calendar matters. This is how, I know I can't go and tell the government we all need to live according to Enoch's calendar. I can't tell the churches we all need to change our ways. I can't tell Israel there's 12 feasts. Why are you guys only telling us about 7? Or why are we only celebrating 7? Or why? These things have been done. But the Lord's feasts are set, and they were set before we ever got here. And they're intended for us to work and then harvest our crops and then be grateful and then start over. He just starts over and he starts over. And so I'm wondering, which feast did he fulfill last? Because as he hung on the cross, he said, what did he say? It is finished. I got sidetracked from that guy right there. He said, "It is finished." And then he got up out of the tomb, and he started again. He was the first fruits. He started over. So we're supposed to be doing the same thing. We're just supposed to be starting over and doing the feasts and doing the year and living in the world but not of it. But I don't know if anybody's even seen this calendar. I didn't know about it. So, I've spent the last 6 years learning about the firmament and learning about the earth and learning about lives and trying to figure out 13 million different calendars. And the truth is, you can't make the Julian calendar match the Gregorian, or the Gregorian match the Essene, or the Essene match the Zadok, or all of these calendars. The first one that ever was is the one God made, and that's the calendar that Enoch gave us. And it's very simple, and it teaches us the pattern of how to live, how to offer up our first fruits, how to remain grateful, how to survive through the darkness, and that the light always comes. And I just want everyone to see that. He speaks to us in patterns. He speaks to us without ever saying a word. He speaks to all of his children. And we've largely been blocked from hearing him with things like fluoride and metals and just ways to make it hard for us to hear the Spirit. But I promise, he loves you. In this calendar, any truth that you can find and bury yourself in, whether it's the Bible. The Bible is the best. But go research the things about the Bible to see if they are true. Like, go look at Israel and see the tomb of the patriarchs. And go look at, is anybody doing the feasts like this? I don't know. Is anybody saying thank you for the wine? Thank you for the grapes? Thank you for the olives? I'm guessing they do that in Israel. I'm sure they do. But I don't know. I've never heard. I've heard Dr. Barry talk about the Feast of New Wine before. And, well, there's new wine, new oil, new wood. There's 12 of them, just like the 12 tribes. Okay, I think I gave you the calendar that time. I'm sorry every time it's such a mess. I can't make a video. I love you. I just want you to see the calendar, and I want you to have a wonderful day. And I hope that you're a wave sheaf or a Shavuot on Sunday. I hope I see you in the clouds. I hope it's this year. I really believe that Shavuot is the rapture of the first harvest, or the harvest of the first group of fruit. And, well, maybe it's not till new wine, but that's July 26th, in case you don't know. And then the next one after that, I think, is in September. But anyway, somehow we should, if anybody wants to, help me figure out how to prepare for the feasts, or how to honor them. And my son couldn't get me on the phone, so he's here. I love you, God bless you, and goodbye.